Hi everyone, it's JoJo from Mojo Dojo Plans, and today we're going to be planning in my big memory planner from January 8th to the 14th. So let's go ahead and get started. I need to start by getting some of these pictures laid down because I have quite a bit, and surprisingly they're mainly of Raja and our dog Shang, because they are best buds, best buddies. Like, look at this. Look at them snuggling. Um, yeah, so that's just been their life, is like they're just literally living the best of lives. So I just have like so many pictures of them just like snuggling and they're best friends, and I just love it. So anyway, this week just happened to be a very kitty and dog week. But that's not what I was feeling as far as like for decorating. So I'm kind of feeling the winter theme. It's super cold. We've had just like really cold temperatures and like blowing wind and with like blowing the snow around and all of that stuff. And it has not been a fun time, and I'm over it. I'm over winter. This is like the time of year when I'm like, why do I live here? I know it's worse in other places, but that's why I don't live there. So I'm like, I barely like living here, and we, have a lot more sunshine than not, but I'm just like, man, like this is a good reminder. But yeah, so this is just a very kitty heavy week. Like 90% of the pictures in here are literally of Raja, but I'm gonna go ahead and start laying a couple of them down, just so I don't forget where things are going, and then we'll kind of plan and do some of the other things around them. This week was also a rough week, so I think it's a week to go in with uncensored quotes, because it was definitely a rough time, and it did not end on a great note. And so, I'm going to have my real quotes just reflecting that this week kind of sucked. So, but we're going to still get the memory down, and it'll be fine. So I'm just blasting through here trying to get these pictures in. I took this with a food filter. It was Hawaiian rolls and like garlic butter and mozzarella, and then you bake it all together and create the most delicious gooey bread. Like, so good. So yeah, so that was one of the delicious meals that we had this week, and it was so good. But yeah, so it's all good though. It is all good. So just gonna get my things in here really quick. I think I have one more picture that needs to be laid down, and then we'll have room to decorate and journal and all that good stuff. Okay, all my pictures down, ready to go. I'm going in with Winter Essentials from Amber Plans Her Day, and I'm gonna use these like wintry vibe trees, and I think I'm gonna do the entire bottom in these. So I'm going to start laying them down. I'm also going to be taking off some of these pieces that kind of overlap on top of my pictures, because I don't want them to overlap. And I'm just going to try using them in some other areas just to continue on the tree vibe all the way down. So basically I'm not going to be using the bottom section for any kind of writing, because I kind of decided I wanted it to be an area for trees, because I think I'm just too literal of a person. It's really hard for me to put trees up there. Like, I don't know why. I just have a really hard time doing that, and I don't like it. So I'm not going to put the trees up there, because I'm like, trees don't belong up at the top of things. I don't know. Like, that is just weird to me. So I don't do it. I know that's random, but I think that's just like how my brain thinks. I'm like, no, like trees don't go on top of the pictures, even though they could if I really wanted them to. So I just pulled off a ton of these trees from this book, and we're kind of just making like a scene down at the bottom, just kind of set the vibe and the tone that it is cold. Now I have mountains, and the mountains, I'm like, those can go up high. I'm like, that makes more sense to me than putting a tree up high. I don't know. I don't know why. I'm like, why am I like this? Why am I weird? So I'm going to put a couple of these in here, and again, just trimming off whatever doesn't fit. I'm not going to go all the way across. I'm just going to put them on some of the areas and kind of just see what areas can even hold them in the first place. I do want to make sure I get down some boxes so I can journal. So I'm going to go in with blue boxes and more, and the new versions do have the light gray. So I'm going to go in, and I'm going to go with the light blue. I think I want to kind of stick with the blue theme. So I'm going to go in with the very light blue and get these laid in here so I can journal. I think I'm only going to do a small one over there. So let's do the big one over here. Do a nice big box over on this side because I kind of want a mountain there. So I'm going to leave that spot alone, but I am going to go in with just like a regular full box and stick that in there because I still want to put, I think I want to put a mountain right there. So I'm okay with covering up a little bit of that if that means I can fit a mountain in there anyway. And then we'll go in with some of the smaller boxes if I can find them. We could do a square, and again I'm going to stick with that same color. I'm just going to stick with that like minty blue vibe color because I think it's a pretty color. Going for the next size down. There, and then maybe one over here. Just kind of getting a couple boxes in here. I don't need like a ton, but I do want to get a little bit in here so I actually have, you know, a place to write. And then I'm going to go in with more mountains. So I just want some more of the mountains over here. I'm going to white out this line a little bit just to see if that kind of helps. Just there. Whoa. Grab my scissors and my X-Acto knife at the same time. Okay, and then just going through and trimming off the extra little bits, little corners that I couldn't fit. I do have one more like smaller one, so I'm like, might as well do it over here because then I can always layer quotes on top of it. So do one there, and then again we'll trim all of this off, and I'll just cut this one off. Oh, I don't know where the end of that went. There it goes. It's on the back. It got lost. Okay, so now I have the wintry vibe and some mountains. Time to go in with uncensored quotes. The week kind of got bad like on, you know, the last part of the week. So, yeah. Just gonna add a couple quotes in here where I see fit. Use the "but did you die" quote at the end of the week because we didn't. We made it. It was still a rough week though. I don't know if I can get this to fit. Yeah, I'm gonna put this in here. Actually, the whole week was kind of just like one of those weeks where it just kind of felt like everything was going wrong. And then it ended on like a really like not so great note, you know? So we're just gonna put all the things in here so we can remember that. Just put that instead in there for fun. Okay, so we put a couple of sarcastic of those quotes, and then I think there's some quotes. Yeah, there's some quotes in here too. So maybe we'll put a couple of positive quotes in here. Because for once I have room. I actually have room to do a lot of quotes, so I'm actually pretty excited. I kind of want a bigger one for here. So I'm just looking. We're back in the Winter Essentials sticker book. Just adding in a little bit of happy to the crazy week. I need a tall quote. Oops. Accidentally pulled up a little bit of the back of that. Gosh, I don't think I've ever been able to fit this many quotes in my, whatchamacallit, like, I don't think I've ever been able to put this many in here. So this is pretty exciting. Okay, I think that's good. We got quite a bit of quotes in here. I think I'm actually going to put one more like little box in there. Just, I'm like, I could put another quote, but let's put a little box instead. No, this one's fine. I was going to do a little bit bigger, but that one is good. Okay, so we're very blue this week, but I do really like how it turned out. So we used blue boxes and more, which is restocked. We used Winter Essentials from Amber Plans Her Day, and then a little bit of uncensored quotes. But there we go. Make sure you check out my Instagram to see what this looks like all filled in and complete. I so hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give a thumbs up and subscribe, and I hope I'll see you in my next one. Bye!